Hi, my name is Jenny Smeltzer. Thanks for joining me today. I'm with the Neighborhood Design Center, and I'm here to talk to you about the redesign of the spot in downtown Hyattsville. The city contracted with the Neighborhood Design Center to redesign the spot and to also gather engagement from the community related to what the community would like to see at this site. It is located east of Route 1 on Hamilton Street, also adjacent to the Trolley Trail multi-use trail, which is on the east side of the spot between the spot and the railroad. The trolley trail runs from College Park and Riverdale down to Hyattsville and will soon be extended to the south to Charles Armentrout Drive and also the Northwest Branch Trail. The engagement that we managed that we undertook earlier in the summer happened on Trolley Trail Day in June and also through the online platform Hello Hyattsville. Through that, we reached 250 people who were interested in giving feedback about what they'd like to see at the spot. We use that information to craft a community vision statement and design principles to guide the landscape design. And you can check out the engagement summary for a more detailed look through the city of Hyattsville. So, starting with the community vision, just going to read this one. The spot is an oasis in the city where families, friends, and individuals bump into neighbors and meet new people. The Hyattsville community gathers at the spot for concerts and events or to enjoy an ice cream cone on a summer night. Through its design and programming, the spot supports local businesses and welcomes residents of all ages. And now, while you see the community priorities lower on the screen, I'm going to read the design principles. We found 5 design principles coming out of the engagement, and they were: design a space that is inclusive and welcoming for all, address the site challenges of full sun exposure and a current lack of shade, design to engage all the senses, design for balanced multimodal access, and engage local artists and businesses in implementation and ongoing programming. Also, through engagement, we found these community priorities popping up: gathering spaces, programming, inviting and welcoming park, native plants, shade, lush vegetation, trail accommodations, and safety and accessibility. From this, we started our design process. Here's the concept plan that we're bringing to you today, along with the principles and vision for your comment. I'm just going to go through the different community priorities that are listed up here in the upper right-hand corner of the screen: gathering spaces. And for each, I'm just going to point to a couple of spaces on the site. Hopefully we hit more than 2 spaces for each priority, but this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. So for gathering spaces, we have fixed seating tables in this area under the shade sails, from which point people will have good view of the stage, whatever programming is happening on the stage. Another area for gathering is benches, which are actually located throughout the site in many areas, both in shade and in sun, but also near the mister site for parents to accompany children or for adults to rest between cooling off with the misters. As far as an inviting and welcoming park goes, one of the things that is included in that is lighting. There's lighting throughout the park, crisscrossing this trail on the south side of the park, also by the bike fix-it area, and also near the strolling garden. Another aspect of inviting and welcoming park is an open lawn for people to play, children and adults. We have game tables and a little library that actually goes into the programming area, and also the stage, which relates to programming for whatever programming the city chooses to sponsor or to allow to be sponsored. Native plants, shade, and lush vegetation are throughout the site. We have some bioretention and native plantings near the trolley trail. I'm using my cursor again along this area, but we have lots of shade trees included and some smaller trees, and then planting throughout the site to cool the site, to also be enjoyable as a setting for rest and relaxation. For trail accommodations, we have 26 spaces for bike parking and a bike fix-it area adjacent to that, just as bicyclists would get off the trail. We also have we'll have water available along this center line of the trail from Hamilton Street to the trolley trail. Related to safety and accessibility, we have 17 new parking spaces, including 4 ADA spaces that are clearly marked at the west side of the site next to the alley. And we have access that will be, directly from the parking area, ADA spaces onto the paving on both sides, actually, of the trolley trail that runs right down the middle. And so some of the things that actually helped us in thinking about the concept were these precedent photos, gathering spaces, as you can see here, gatherings of different sizes, and also different feelings within the space. Lawn, tables, shade, lights, and color. Programming, a raised stage, similar to what we have indicated, ours with a cover, and then programming that could happen within the park. Poetry reading or yoga, and then misters available also for people to enjoy and cool. For an inviting and welcoming park, back to the color and lighting, places for children to play, for people to enjoy shade, to have small group conversations or larger group areas to gather. And then finally, native plants, shade, and lush vegetation. And based on this, what we would like to do is get your input. So thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on the design.